The first obstacle is a figure 8 through the curtain, so I need to send her in that direction, and the handler stays on one side of the curtain, organizing the rope around the uprights, and it's a bit tricky to not get any tight ropes in there. So the rope handling gets to be probably the hardest part of some of these. Number 2, the zigzag of the rails on the ground. And she just touched the side of one of the rails with a leg, so we lost one mark just there. The handler had to stay inside the rails behind the horse. That leads us to number 3. Taking a little bit of organization here, because again the rope is the tricky thing. Number 3 is a 360-degree turn on the tarp while the handler keeps their feet still. So I'm asking her to come onto the tarp and then do her turn. She's doing that quite nicely, remembering to stay on the tarp. And after the turn, we have to ask the horse to exit left, going away from the handler. And again, it's the rope that is a tricky thing to handle. But she managed that quite well. Often it's better in the practices than when we're filming, but that wasn't too bad. Number 4 is to halt with the hind feet on a mat, which is no more than 50 centimeters by 50 centimeters. And we pause there for a count of 10. Boots is putting in a bit of a smile while she waits. She stepped back a bit there, but fortunately her foot was still on the mat. She gets a bit bored sometimes when we have to count, therefore she's doing all the smiling. Now we're on to obstacle 5, which is to pick up a plastic bag and have the horse target it and then carry it along for the next part. Numbers 6 and 7, which is to weave 5 markers which are set in an L shape while rubbing the bag from the head to the withers of the horse. And I think the point of that is that we want the horse to do it slowly rather than rushing through. And then we have to remember to put the bag down, which heads us to obstacle number 8, which is to put her nose on the object for a count of 10. And she actually did a count of 10, and it was my error asking her to put her head down again, so we lost 1 mark here. Then we have to get ready for the last 2 obstacles, which are both to do with a rail on the ground. And number 9 is to bring all 4 feet over the rail and halt, and then back over the rail without touching them. And she touched with her very last foot, so we lost 1 mark there. And number 10 is to walk right across the rail again, pause for 5 seconds, and then move away from the rail sideways. So the horse has to actually wait to find out what's to do next. And then we had to walk forward again.